Problem was allegedly a Google job interview question. Now we're talking about mixed fractions, okay? And the mixed fraction 6 and 7/8 means, this is just an example, means 6 plus 7/8. Okay, let's just be clear on the notation. It's not a multiply operation, it's an addition operation. And so right here, this would be what? Not that we need to do it, but this would be what? 55/8 is an improper fraction. So that's what we mean by a mixed fraction. I think I've heard it called mixed number also. So we have two unknowns, m and n are natural numbers, maybe just integers. But notice right here, in this particular case, m could not be equal to 3, right? Otherwise, it would just be the same thing as 6, right? If m were equal to 3, this would be 5 plus 1, which would be 6. So it's not much of a mixed fraction, right? I guess technically it could be, but for interesting problems, we wouldn't want m to be equal to 3. So let me put a not equal 3. Okay. Now the rest of this is just fairly routine. I'll try to minimize the commentary. I just rewrite the mixed fraction by its definition right here. 3 over m is the same as 5 plus 3 over m, okay? And n 1/2 is the same as m plus 1/2. And so when you multiply that out, you get what you see right here. Now, what we're trying to do is create an integer equation where we can actually do some logical analysis. So right here, we set it equal to 19 because that's the original problem, right? And then we carry on here. We multiply through by 2m here to clear out these fractions. Notice I multiply through everything by 2m to clear out the fractions. Okay, that leads to this statement down here. Now, notice we would like to get this in a position where we could factor it. And that's why we add 4n minus 36 to both sides. If you add 4n minus 36 to both sides, you get a common binomial factor of 10n minus 33 right here and also 10n minus 33 right here. Now notice there's an understood 1 in front of this guy right here, an understood 1. Let me put a 1 right there, okay? And that's this 1 that you see right here, okay? So that's called completing the product in a way that doesn't involve just adding a constant. So I thought that was kind of a nice usage of that. Now notice the left-hand side, this left-hand side is a multiple of 4. Now what we can say is that that makes it congruent to 0 mod 4. In other words, 4 is congruent to 0 mod 4, right? That's trivial, right? 4 is congruent to 0 mod 4. Okay, now that leads to some nice simplification right here. Notice what happens right here. This 33 reduces to 1, okay, mod 4, and 10 reduces to 2, okay, mod 4. Okay, so 10 is equal to 2 times 4 plus 2. That's why that happens. And again, this right-hand side, because of this constant 4, is just congruent to 0, right? Now notice that m equals 3 would be a solution. Okay, m equals 3 would create 4 exactly. But remember, m equals 3 is a solution to this congruence. But it wouldn't make much sense for this mixed fraction, which we expect to be an improper fraction right here. So the next choice would be m equals 7. Okay, 7 plus 1 is 8, which is a multiple of 4. Okay, so m is equal to 7 right here. And if you this is our original problem right here. So if you write this, this would be 5 3/7. 5 plus 3/7. Right here, right? And so that, of course, is times n over 2. Excuse me. We'll just write it like this, folks. N 1/2 in the standard form equals 219. Okay, so we're trying to solve for n right here. That's the mixed fraction n and 1/2. Okay. Now, so what does this equal to, folks? Let's come back over here. 5 plus 3/7 is equal to 38/7, right? So what we have is 38/7. 38 over 7 times, now we got to be a little cautious right here. This is n plus 1/2, right? N plus 1/2 equals 219. Now notice, and I'll just write down the solution to this rather than bore you with all the steps. N equals 3 would, this implies that n equals 3. Now the way to see that, folks, is just to realize you could formally multiply everything out if you wanted to, but notice that that would give us 38 over 7. Okay, and then if you have n equals 3 right here, that would be 3 plus 1/2, which is 7/2. So you would get times 7/2. But ain't that cool? The 7's cancel. 38 over 2 is 19. So what we've shown here using modular arithmetic is that m equals 7. Remember, we had to rule this one out. We had to rule that one out. But m equals 7. And n equals 3 are the solutions. And this would have been tough to do in a 15-minute interview time slot or whatever they give you to take these tests. But m equals 7, n equals 3. Solutions to the original equation. Let me know what you thought. I kind of like that. I like using modular arithmetic. This guy up here, this fellow right here, did inequalities. Okay, he's the one that advertises a Google test, but he broke it down from an inequality perspective. But again, the answers are m equals 7. And n equals 3.